I'm back. I'm back on this channel, and I don't know why I said it like that. But yeah, I wanted to show you guys something. I was on TV, y'all. There's a show that I had the most random opportunity to submit like this self-tape. It wasn't even a self-tape. It wasn't an audition at all. It was a Zoom. Like they set it up in a sense on the acting website. Long story short, I thought it was gonna be an audition. I got on the Zoom call and they were just like testing the vibe out, I guess, of what I gave off, and then they're like, "We're gonna put you on the main show," and it's this court show, and they were like, "We have this case and we want you to be the plaintiff, the guy suing the other person." So I got to act on TV, and it's this show called Judge Mathis. For those people unfamiliar, he's pretty poppin'. He's been going around since like decades. For those of you who might be watching this who aren't based in America, it's one of those shows that just like, if you know any old people and you go to their house, this is probably on the TV in the background. Or like if you're in a hospital with somebody who's old, this is on the TV in the background. Yeah, this is background TV stuff. So I'm gonna watch it. I'm gonna watch it with y'all. I'm gonna react to myself on TV because I don't know when this is gonna happen ever again in the future.
This court with Judge Mathis. Marcus Bennett is suing Tyler Ross in the amount of $3,800. Mr. Bennett claims he trusted his friend to fix a robotic vacuum, but says the botched repair.
Long story short, they gave me this backstory, like 5 pages of backstory, and I got it at like midnight, like right before I was sleeping. And I had to make a decision. Should I memorize this backstory and be prepared before going into the shoot, or should I get an adequate amount of hours of sleep? And if you're anything, what the fuck? If you're anything like me, and you're kind of a little bit experienced in this industry, it doesn't matter how much you prep. If you're tired, you're just gonna be off. And it's an improv type thing. So I was like, fuck it, I'm gonna go to sleep. And so it was, I don't know, I was nervous going into it because I was like, I didn't really prep anything, and I had like an hour to like rehearse with the guy on like what our arguments are going to be. But let's see.
Caused it to malfunction and set his rug on fire.
State your name, sir.
My name is Marcus Bennett.
Sir.
My name is Tyler Ross.
All right, Mr. Bennett, you're suing Tyler Ross.
All respect to this guy. The British accent. He chose to do that. That was his character choice. It was a choice.
$3,800 for repairs.
Man, I was cheeked up on Mathis. Why they gotta get that angle, bro?
Result of accident in your home.
Correct.
Start with you.
Yes. So I was living in my small 3-bedroom house. We were staying in Austin, Texas.
Oh, this is so funny. So, okay, I'm sorry I keep pausing. I remember when we were being briefed on, like, I think it was a part of this case, like, they cut it out, but, like, right when we got out, I was explaining, like, he was like, how big is your house? How many square feet is it? Or whatever, cubic inches or whatever. I don't fucking know. I don't have a house. But I was, like, trying to choose a small number. My dumb ass said, like, 2,000. 2,000! You motherfucker, that's a huge house. Like 2,000 square feet. That's probably what I said. I don't know if it's cubic inches or square feet. I said some shit like that. It was a lot. And he's like, 2,000. I was like, yeah, it's just a small 3-bedroom. He's like, 2,000 is not small. And then like, he was like, at least to us folk, it's not small. And then it basically turned into a gag where I was like making everybody look poor kind of thing. But I also just made myself look really stupid. It was funny. But they cut it out because I'm pretty sure I just looked stupid. Thank you, Judge.
And yeah, he stayed with me. He went to the UK for a couple of years. He's actually from the UK.
He went to UK for a couple of years. He's actually from the UK. Yeah, that was me fucking up.
And so, yeah, he came back. He was studying like engineering. He's into robotics and stuff. So he really thinks he's a handyman. He thinks he can fix electronics and things of that nature.
Did he study it or not?
He studied it. But whether or not he was
great at it. So why are you questioning his credentials?
I wouldn't be here if,
Go ahead. Let me hear from you.
Good morning, Your Honor. My name is Tyler Ross. I'm from the UK. I believe today I'm here because my friend is going after me for damages to a vacuum.
Shout out to this guy, by the way. He was cool. He was cool to work with. We were running some improv in the back, like before we came out, and he's a talented dude. I was just stuck on the accent, man. I was trying to give him like subtle hints, like maybe we could go without the accent, you know, because it just he's okay at it, but it's not like there's. I noticed because I did watch it the first time. I was like, there's a couple of words that he says that just the accent's gone, and so it kind of kills it a little bit. But he did his thing, you know what I'm saying? I don't think nobody's taking it seriously. Nobody's watching this for like, oh my god, the accent, 5 out of 10. Nobody gives a fuck. So that was just me.
I would say there was a product deficiency more than an actual failure on my end. So I'm here to.
All right, so
if I may, Your Honor, it wasn't a vacuum; it was the rug. So it was.
They changed that on me last second. I was supposed to be suing for the vacuum that blew up, allegedly. And by the way, these are all cases from like small courts claims. So I think some of them, like I think this case was based on a real case, but they like changed it on me like backstage. They're like, actually, we're gonna change it. There's a rug that you're gonna be suing for that. Let's just say it was your grandparents' rug. It's worth a lot to you. And they're like, that's what we want this to be. And I was like literally, they took me out of set and then brought me back to say that. So that's probably why they cut out the beginning part. Now that I think about it.
A vacuum that was mine in the house that he messed up, but it ignited a rug that's very important to me.
Okay, give me the background on the vacuum.
I've had the small vacuum for like
I don't think they told Judge Mathis that they changed it to the vacuum, to the rug, but it's all good.
a couple of years. When I got it,
vacuum cause. Okay,
I think it was a manufacturer issue. It wouldn't start. The wiring, it was like really messed up. You would turn it on and like it would just start to spark up. And so he thought there's an issue that he could fix. He told me he would fix it. Me being the friend that I am, I was okay with letting him fix it. But I know for a fact when he fixes things, it's not really fixed.
Coming up.
Came back home, the rug damaged, yes. Statue damaged, yes. However, I told him, I said, this was why we needed to replace the vacuum.
You're watching Mathis Court with Judge Mathis.
Closed captioning provided by
This is Mathis Court with Judge Mathis.
Mathis Court is back with the case of Marcus Bennett, who is suing Tyler Ross.
Man, I love that narration, bro. I should be hired to do that, bro. Mathis Court is back. Bro, I could get paid to do some shit like that, bro. They should do that on Run BTS. They should have somebody narrate, Jin is going for the, or some shit like that. I don't know. I would do it if they ever hire for it. Back to video.
The vacuum was software deficient at first because it runs off an AI system. And it has a smart system where it detects carpet from wooden floors. So
He came up with that on the fly. That's smart. I respect it.
as it was approaching the carpet, it stopped working this particular one day before the fire. And when it stopped, I said, I can go in and reprogram the software, which he did say, yes, go ahead and reprogram it. I reprogrammed the software, vacuum worked.
My reactions are hilarious, bro. I don't even know if I was listening. I must have been listening, I guess. I was kind of worried that I was in my head, but nah, man, I became sassy, bro.
That day.
Hey.
Now, a couple of days later, I'm getting ready to go on a date, Your Honor. And I said, I'm heading out for about a couple of hours. So he was like, start the vacuum before you leave. It's my day to clean. So I started the vacuum, headed out at 12 o'clock noon. As I headed out at 12 o'clock noon, he texted me saying the house is on fire about an hour later. And I said, what happened? And he said, the rug's damaged, the table's damaged, the vacuum's broken. So I was like, I'm on my way back home. Came back home, the rug damaged, yes. Statue damaged, yes. However, I told him, I said, this was why we needed to replace the vacuum. He never wanted to replace that vacuum. It ended up landing on me to be the fixer of it.
But you used it that day before going to work?
He told me to start it, push the start button. It has a mind of its own.
I didn't tell him to start
Yes,
the
push
run.
the start button.
I told him to
Hold on.
clean
And
the
then
house.
you left?
Yes, sir.
You pushed start and didn't supervise the
Now this is the part where you're supposed to argue for your case. I think the fact that his argument that he made up was I pushed the start and I didn't supervise, that effed him over, because by that point Judge Mathis was on my side. Like I noticed like from this point on I won the case in my head at the time.
mechanical object?
When we fixed it the first time, it already worked. It was moving on its own. So it's basically push start and it scans the house. It starts cleaning the
But
house.
you knew that you were repairing it. Sir, common sense tells you you don't turn on a machine that can move on its own and then leave it. This is something that moves around the house. You started and let it go. That's like letting a 5-year-old child stay by themselves.
How will Judge Mathis rule?
Bro, this is so anticlimactic, though. Like, they have to have the dramatic, like, narration over, like, the most... It ain't even really that entertaining like that. But I respect it. I should have been, like, more interesting. I worked with what I had.
Now, when Mathis Court returns,
You're watching Mathis Court with Judge Mathis.
promotional consideration provided by...
This is Mathis Court with Judge Mathis.
And Your Honor, if I may add, it did malfunction the very first time that he fixed it. So to leave it unintended after it already malfunctioned once, mind you, I had to hide it in the closet.
The malfunction part, I was just hopping off what he said earlier. The part where I hit it, bro, that's smart improv right there. I made that shit up on the fly.
From him because I didn't want him to use it, and I know he would try to fix it behind my back. I put it in the hallway closet. And
Did he know that?
He got it out.
And you had not asked him to fix it. That's where we're at.
I didn't ask him
All
to fix
right,
it.
well, then now he wasn't doing anything for you. And in this case, I'm not sure if it's intentional or malicious, but what I am sure of is that you weren't doing it for him. He never asked you to do it. In fact, he didn't want to do it. So much so that he hid it from you in the closet, he says. You took it upon yourself.
Bro, I'm wearing the same glasses.
And broke it. And it resulted in damage to the rug that you're going to have to pay for. $3,800 is your judgment. He was negligent, and he wasn't doing it upon your request. He took it upon himself to do it, and he did it wrong. Have a good day.
Your Honor, thank you.
Your Honor, thank you. What is it? Why am I thanking him? I don't even know why I said that.
Rise.
Well, watch this part.
Judge Mathis has ruled in favor of the plaintiff. The defendant owes $3,800.
You don't have to say it like that. $3,800. It's not a bid, bro. You ain't got to say it like that.
Would you two like to have any final words with each other? All right, grab your belongings. Go ahead.
Hey, man. That was me, y'all. I'm on TV, bro. I'm on TV, y'all. That was me. Apparently, this came on some local TV networks and stuff. I didn't get to catch it. It was on YouTube TV if you guys want to rewatch it. It's called Mathis Court with Judge Mathis. I don't know how their copyright works. I don't know if they're going to block me. But this was fun to shoot. This was fun to, be a part of. Unfortunately, I don't think I could ever be a part of any court show, like, on that network ever again. Because that's how it works. Once you do it, that's it. Not even as a juror. I can't even be in the background. So, but it was fun. I'm an actor. This is what I try to do. Like, it's been a slow few years, so the fact that I got this gig was random to me. I moved to LA, like, if you see my other videos, I talked about it a little bit, just randomly. But I moved to LA, like, in February to help my brother, and then I ended up staying here just to see the acting side of things out. And, like, dude, I've been getting no gigs. So this kind of just came on a whim, and I just took advantage of it. I actually came back from Atlanta not too long ago, and I worked a gig in Nashville. And what else? I think I worked something in Atlanta. Maybe I didn't. I think I just worked the gig in Nashville, but regardless, I had friends and stuff in Atlanta. Like, I had more going for me in the Southeast than I ever did out here. But with that said, I hope something like this comes up again. And I know this is a random upload, but I know you guys are supportive. I posted it on X, bro. And let me pull that up real quick. And it kind of went a little viral. But I had to kind of let people know that this wasn't real. Because people were like, people were kind of questioning if it was real. Where's the other tweet? There's another tweet that I saw. Sam over here, they said armies really be doing everything, bro. Like, that. Hey, man, I had to do what I had to do on live TV, y'all. Yo, hey, I had to do what I had to do, bro. Tweet of my life, bro, right here. I appreciate that. I appreciate that, mate. But yeah, that's it. That's all I gotta do. All I gotta say. What the fuck am I saying? All right, peace.